Risa. She's going to help me demonstrate some boxing counters for you guys, right? So assuming all footwork aside, let's say you're just in the pocket facing each other. Typically, you need to have some kind of an answer for the jab, right? So if she were to throw the jab at me, throw it to my forehead, right? I don't want that getting through my gloves or getting over my gloves. So what I want to look to do is, anticipating that if she throws a jab at me, it's going to have to meet me at some point. I want to do what's called catching the jab, which is from facing the opponent. I'm going to spin my wrist and use my palm, throw it, to tap the jab. Throw it again, I tap the jab. Now, the thing is, I don't want to reach, because what happens is if I'm reaching, I'm not protecting my inner bubble. I'm worrying way too much about what's out here. So if she were to fake the jab and I overcommit with my parry, she could trick me out, okay? And also, if she were to just be feinting at me constantly, it's too much for me to be having my right hand leave my face, and she can change it up. So you throw the jab, I want to look to catch it. Let's say, for whatever reason, I'm not able to catch this jab. When you throw the jab, I can always cover, okay? Covering is better than nothing. For whatever reason, my hands were busy, and they're not home for me to catch this or cover it. What I can do is when you throw the jab, I can slip it. Now, the thing with slipping is that normally you want to slip to the outside. So she throws this jab, I always say look to where their elbow is. Now, the reason why is because in this slot her hand is in, as it comes to my face, she's very slightly crossing the middle. So it's easier for me to slip to the outside, okay? Now, I could slip, throw it to the inside. The only thing is, of course, now I have to deal with the right hand. So let's first talk about the counter off of the slip to the outside. She throws the jab, I slip outside. Now from here, a very classic boxing counter is to throw the uppercut and then to throw the left hook. Personally, when things are moving very fast, you're going to be lucky if when she jabs, if you slip, you can then, just as she pulls her hand back to her face, beat her to the punch, catching her with her right hand. I slip, I throw the right hand, okay? And once I throw the right hand, I can follow that up. She throws the jab, I slip, I throw the right hand, I can throw a body, knee, left hook, whatever it is. Let's say she throws the jab, I slip to the inside, I want to pop off that left uppercut to the right cross as soon as I can. Because if I slip to the inside and she throws a jab cross, I'm going to get hit by the right hand. So that's just the disclaimer. It's okay to slip to the inside, but you have to counter before they can throw their opposite hand. The last way you could counter the jab, if I'm catching this jab, if I don't want to counter with my hands, I can counter with my legs. So basically, when she throws that jab, she's putting a little bit of weight on that front leg. So as she throws the jab, I want to tag her with a calf kick or a low kick to the thigh. And then I can follow up. Okay, so those are the jab counters. All right, so when she throws the right cross, right, I can cover. She throws the right cross again. What I could do is take my left side and wedge it forward so that I'm getting my left forearm in this center line, right? So let's say she throws the right cross at me. That punch is also at distance going to come down the center line. So as long as I can get my forearm wedge in that center line, I should be able to deal with that right cross, okay? Now, one thing you don't want to really do, in my opinion, is if she throws the right cross, I don't really want to ever just try to parry it, because a lot of times the right cross comes from further distance. It has more steam on it. So if she throws a right cross, it's going to plow right through this parry. So if she throws the jab cross together, that's the defense. Now, when she throws this right cross, let's talk about how to counter it. If she throws the right cross at me, when I throw this wedge, because I'm turning my hips to the right, it loads my right hand to then go into my own punches, okay? So let's take them from the top. Jab cross, cross, left hook. With slipping the right cross, same way, if she throws the right cross, I can slip my head to the outside and then also look for that liver punch to the body, reload left hook to the head. Or if she throws the right cross, I can also slip to the inside and work something there. All right, now the problem with slipping in kickboxing is if I slip that right hand and she throws the kick, she can chain her kick behind her right hand. So it's okay to slip, but once again, if I slip, you want to be able to counter as soon as you can, okay? But most of the time, if you're in distance, let's say she moves back a little bit, we're more from distance, when she throws that right hand, if I can just raise my forearm to just create a barrier in that center line, that might be one of your best defenses for dealing with the right hand. So if you throw a jab cross at me, I'm just kind of looking to wedge that punch from distance. If we're in tight and she throws a jab cross, that's when I have to make sure I have that contact of my glove on my face. Dealing with the left hook, right? She throws a left hook at me, boom, I don't want to eat that. Now typically, if my hands are already up a little bit, it shouldn't be that hard to just slowly lean and get my right glove on my face. So she throws a left hook. I'm able to cover. Because my hip is turned, I come back with my own. Now another way to counter the left hook is if she throws at me, I could also lift my hand in such a way that I didn't turn my hip. I just stayed here. So she throws a left hook. I keep my hips the same and I look for the right hand on the inside. That way, if she throws a left hook at me, if I roll with the power but I throw my own left hand, she can just block. And then it becomes this game of left and right. So I'm going to hold my ground. She throws the left hook. I block. I look for the inside counter and clean up with the left hook. All right, now, if we're moving around, she throws a left hook fast. If I can weave this thing out of reaction, that's fine. The thing is, though, it's not something you want to look to do because if she throws the left hook and I go to weave, she can throw the right knee and catch me. Or, like, she can throw the left hook, but then hold my head down and like pull me into something else. So the thing with weaving is if it happens fine. You can counter off of it. Like if she throws the left hook, I weave, I come back, fine. But in kickboxing, you don't want to look to weave particularly. Now if she throws the right hook at me, same thing. I can yield to this and turn my hip to then come with my opposite side. But if she throws the right hook, I can also stand my ground to counter on the inside. So if she throws the right hook, I yield to it, I throw my own, and then she defends. It's like it just becomes this game of lefts and rights where anyone can land a good one. So if she throws the right hook, I can defend it on the inside, smother it, then clean up with the left hook, right cross, and whatever else you want to do. So now with the body hooks, if she throws the hook down on my body, I don't want to just drop my hand because then she can just reload, come to my head. So what I want to do is I want to be able to articulate my hips to match the angle of it. So she throws, I match the angle. At least now if she comes to the head, my glove is still there. So when she throws that left body hook, what I'm going to do is I'm going to same side uppercut her right from there. It's a very short punch. Do it again. Boom, left hook. Okay, now the opposite side. She throws a right body shot. Same thing. Uppercut, short right hand. So you're countering on the same side. Throw a left body shot again. Bomb, bomb. Okay, right body shot. Cover, bomb, bomb. Now, last thing is the uppercuts, right? So if she throws a lead uppercut at me, that could split right through my guard. So what I want to look to do is, very simply, is just if she throws a left uppercut, that gap that may be already there, I can just close my guard. Or what I could do is just step back. So she throws the uppercut, I step back and it diminishes. Now, if you're not able to get a step back or cover, one thing you could do is as she throws that uppercut, bring that opposite, or I should say same side hand to the middle and just basically eliminate this gap that's created. So she throws the right uppercut, I just match it with the glove. She throws the left uppercut, I just match it with one glove. If it comes very fast, a solution could be to just cover, and that would work. But typically, I like to try to mirror the counters so that, no, or I should say mirror their punches so that you can come with counters. So if she throws a left uppercut, boom, boom. She throws a right uppercut, boom, boom. Okay, and you try to basically match. Now, when it comes to blocking multiple shots, like let's say she threw a jab cross left hook, it's good to defend. But the problem is if you're never throwing back, they're just going to throw at you. So watch, just throw like different punches at me. It's like, no, and keep going and keep going. It's not impossible to defend yourself, but you get to the point where if they're coming at different angles, they're throwing different punches, they're doubling up on the same side, they're going to catch you eventually. So you don't really want to think of defense and offense as two separate things, but something that are always working together perpetually. So if you throw the jab cross left hook, I can then counter off of that. So if she wants to throw a jab cross left hook at me, if I can counter her simultaneously, this left hook she wanted to throw never actually comes to be. So throw the jab cross left hook. This would be me just taking it on the guard. Throw the jab cross left hook again. That would be me finding a solution to halting her combo. You don't want to just always yield, because the problem is when you yield, they're controlling what your hips are doing. So if she throws hooks to me, I can yield, but then stop on one of them and come from the inside. So let's do that again. Yield, yield, stop, punch. And you see how I'm yielding to not get hit by a big shot, but then eventually I'm stopping and finding the inside. Hope that helps. You guys can try these ones out with a partner and let me know how it goes.
Bruh.